had to add this quick intro there. I had to put my Ireland hat on. After I got done doing the reaction to this, I realized I should have been wearing my Ireland hat. And I'm like, oh. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to do an intro. So this is an Irish step video shot in Nashville. And now here comes the original reaction. Enjoy. Howdy, folks. We have an interesting one right now. I think it's going to be very, very cool. It's a gift request from Renoozles. So Renoozles Mooberry, shout out to you, my dear. Thank you for this. And it's the Gardiner brothers tapping, or they're doing Irish step, and which is different, but it's a distinction that very few people may not understand unless they have been in the dance world or are in it. But they're in Nashville to Dolly Parton's Jolene. So Renee said this. Renee said, "Hi, Don. Did you miss me?" And I'm like, yep. And she said, this video is from the Irish dancers, the Gardiner brothers, along with world champion Irish dancer Keeva Corry dancing to Dolly Parton's Jolene. I thought since you once owned a dance studio, you might enjoy this phenomenal footwork. I couldn't find the full video, so this is a shorts version. Okay, so fair enough. Yeah, and I actually took an adult tap class. I was never a dancer. I was on the business side of things. I was actually, when my ex-business partner and she was the dancer. I was on the business side of things. So customer relations and all that stuff. And then, I don't know, 7, 8 years into the dance studio, whenever it was, I took an adult tap class. And it was very challenging. It was very good. We learned the military, the triple time step, all this sort of stuff, you know. And it was fun. I really did like it. But you got to be in really good shape. And I do remember, though, we went to see Tap Dogs in the city, New York City, twice. We didn't see Riverdance, but Riverdance took the nation and the world by storm when they came out. But yes, I loved it. So we're going to see what we have here. So thank you for this and for thinking of me like that, Renee, for remembering that that was my past life. Here we go. So balletic.
Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Yeah, I think she also has some ballet training in there too. When I watch the Irish steppers frequently, I will see certain things they do with their feet. That's what ballet dancers do who are on point, or even in their soft shoes. But I'm going to go back and watch this thing again. We're going to watch this thing twice. Who knows, maybe a third time. But I want to see what they're doing with their feet. But I mean, they're very tight, and it's fascinating. Maybe whoever's doing the filming, it's not a film crew. There may not even be anybody behind the camera. They may have just set their camera up and said, let's go set this up and do it right here. But the people are being respectful because nobody's sort of like walking through the shot. But maybe there is a person there saying, hey, just stay back for, while we do this real quick. But if I was there, I would definitely be stopping to watch what they're doing. And then this kind of thing inspires me to go get back into a tap just to get better at it. I have that kind of voracious appetite for life where I'm like, oh, I want to learn that. I want to know that. I want to understand that.
Jolene, 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 Jolene.
Yeah, she's ridiculous.
I'm begging of you,
That's
please
that.
don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin and eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
I would be shocked if she doesn't have ballet training in there somewhere. And there's the one part there where I don't know, I'm assuming she intended to not be hitting the, I'll just call it the floor, but what they brought in where there was no noise, and then she lowered her foot and then was tapping with it. I think that was purposeful. And of course, you'd have to assume that, because anybody at this level, you would assume that that's purposeful. So, and just artistic. But this is fun. I mean, I love it when people just take their creativity, and at some point an idea was born. Hey, let's grab our boards and go downtown Nashville. I'm assuming Broadway. I can't see the streets, but that's Broadway. And let's do this. Let's just tap in front of the camera. And I'm sure it was like, are you sure? And how are we going to pull that off? But I'm not quite sure why they were here in Nashville from Ireland, other than just purposely, hey, let's go take a vacation and let's go to Nashville. But it could have been tied into a performance, and they might have said, hey, you know what? Let's go out on the street and do this anyway. You never know. I'm not going to rate that, Renee. But of course, I would have given that a 10. I mean, on ability, and the routine itself had some creativity in it. I don't know if they just whipped it up or not, because this is the type of thing that when you've been stepping for this long, you can say, they have names for them too. It's like heel, do, da, da, whatever. I don't know what they call them in there. I know in tap, there's Broadway style and there's rhythm style. And Broadway style has names like, okay, we're going to do shuffle off to Buffalo. We're going to shuffle to the left. We're going to shuffle back to the right. We're going to time step 2 times, then a double time step. And then it's got names of each sequence. Rhythm is not that. Rhythm is where you make up, okay, and you kind of make it up kind of on the fly. There are some names for steps. You're like, all right, we're going to do a double time step here, and then whatever. But rhythm is more rhythmical versus, the Broadway style. And I don't know what this is, because I don't know Irish step. There was a studio not far from ours. It was about 20 minutes from ours. I think the name of it, and they did Irish step. That's what they did. I think the name of it was Marie's, or that's what tells me in my brain. And when we didn't teach Irish step, but there would be people every so often, we get a call asking, especially when Riverdance came out. And that was like swept everything. And do you guys do Irish step? And we're like, no, but Marie's does. We would tell them, go down to Marie's. They do it. They were thankful for the lead to go where they could actually find it. And it's just a very different, it's its own specialty. Just even the turnout that they have and the way they cross their feet, they come across the body a lot, and fascinating. So unrated and a 10. How about them apples? Renee, thank you very much, my dear. That was enjoyable. I got a smile on it. I might actually, if I can do it, pull off going and taking an adult tap class if I have enough time, because it was fun. All right, guys. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country, and in this case, Irish step.
Jolene.